guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see the title, it has a whole hot mess happening in California. I am going to give you my commentary, but before I give you my commentary about this senseless murder spree that just happened, watch this video clip and then I'll come back to you with my commentary. Thank you.
This incident tonight started at about 5:41 p.m. There were reports of shooting on the north side of the Garlic Festival area. Officers were in that area and engaged the suspect in less than a minute. The suspect was shot and killed. It appears as if though they had come into the festival via the creek which borders a parking area, and they used some sort of a tool to cut through the fence to be able to gain access through the secure fence line, and that's how they got into the festival area itself. We have one suspect we know that is down. We have some witnesses reporting that there may have been a second suspect, but we don't know if that suspect was engaged in any shooting or whether they may have been in some sort of a support role for the person that we have accounted for. We have at least 15 people injured. We have 4 fatalities that we know of, including the suspect.
Guys, as you can see, there were many kids that were involved in this situation out there in California. Most kids are just trying to get their last summer fun in with their families, and to be threatened with their lives being taken right before school start. Imagine the trauma that they will endure. So that's why I'm choosing. I just don't understand the mind of people who will go out and create such hysterical and dramatic and deadly consequences for other people's lives. Like, if they end up killing them, so if they were going out there on this kamikaze kind of thing just to take people's life because and feel like they didn't want to live anymore, why take people with you? Like, they have kids that was a part of that, and imagine the mind frame of those kids when they go into school now and they just saw people just be a part of some sort of mass murder situation. It can have consequences and effect on everyone involved, but kids having to think of that thought of running away for their life, just being out with their family, having fun, hanging out with their friends. They had a couple of kids, they were like 13, and they all went to the festival together, and it was just sad to see that they probably don't feel safe in outdoor events anymore. And I probably wouldn't either. I probably wouldn't want to go anywhere. You know, when they had that whole thing with people going into, or that man who went into the movie theater and just start shooting in the movie theater. It's just so many different situations, like the big old thing in Orlando when he went into the club and started shooting. And you know, when people have that mind frame, I just can't wait to find out and figure out who were the people involved. Like, besides the guy that got killed, they also say they may have more suspects that were involved, so they're going to find out a little bit more, but then they're going to dig into their life, into the reason why, and typically there's no reason behind it. I can only say the biggest reason would be hate and evil-minded people, just hatred for their life and just not valuing other people's lives. And I just think that's very sad. For kids to have to endure that, and anyone have to do that as human. We as human, we had a right to live, and we had a right to not live in fear of someone just deciding today is going to be the day that I don't want to live anymore, so I'm going to go and take someone else's life. I just think that it's scary. I think that those kids that are involved, they will have to go under some sort of counseling prior to going to school, or even, you know, leading up to school and in school, because that was scary. And you know, we don't want it to happen in our schools, but it's happening out in public. You know, people getting in. What can we do to prevent this? And everyone keep talking about gun laws and stuff like that, but what gun law would have prevent would have prevented this person or these people from going in there. Because even if you are a registered person, one day you can just click out. Sometimes it's just the mind of a person, and it can happen. We have such a big huge world, and we have such a huge earth and a huge America, and like we have people everywhere, so you never know when someone will click out. It's so hard to ascertain, or so hard to understand when that mind frame will click for a person. I personally believe that some people have a tendency towards violence, but we're gonna get into that a whole another time. That's just not where I'm going at. But the psychology of people, and what they say and how they live their life, and the hatred that they have and what they speak or whatever, you never know when those sort of people will click out. You can be talking about politics, you can be talking about race things, and they just feel very strong to where it's only black or white. It's not any gray area with those people. And those people really, when you're so strong about a race or something dealing with someone, color of their skin and their culture and stuff like that, and you are all the way to the left or right with your views, those sometimes they're capable of anything, because we weren't given a choice as to what color we wanted to be, what culture we wanted to be from or be in or be within. So it's almost like you're telling God that this version of your of human life is subpar to your version or whatever side that you're on. It was just so the weirdest dynamic. Just race issues in general. So I don't want to talk too much about that. Only thing I want to say is that it's very sad. The mind is sick. The mind of people who will go in and just commit mass murders like that. And my personal belief is it didn't start yesterday. They've been talking about it. Their actions have been showing. We just can never know when it will click off, and we have to be mindful, we have to be vigilant, and we have to be safe. So talk to y'all later. Before you guys go, please like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel below, and I'll have a lot of commentary. I will be going back into my classroom tomorrow. I'll show you guys what I came up with. It's real budget friendly. Like, I don't have time. I got people in there with Pinterest worthy classrooms, and I want my classroom to be functional with a lot of learning happening. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.